Assalamu alaikum sisters. So I've been getting lots of requests to do some cooking tutorials. So here I am. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make lamb chop curry with lentil soup, salad and just plain rice. So let's get started. Let's go over the ingredients. So we're going to need 1.5 onions, which are going to be finely chopped. Also going to need some potatoes, and I'd say about 2 potatoes per person, so you guys can use however many you need really. 2 teaspoons of salt, some cardamom, some bay leaves and some cinnamon sticks. In terms of spices, we're going to need some chili powder, cumin powder, turmeric and curry powder. To bring out the color of the curry, we're going to need 1 tomato. So we're also going to need some ginger, garlic, fresh chilies and your lamb chops. So the first thing you're going to want to do is saute your onions, your green chili, garlic and ginger, and to this just add your bay leaves, your cinnamon sticks and your cardamom, like so. Give this a good stir in loud heat for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. So to this I'm just going to add the cumin powder, and only the cumin powder at this point. So give this a good stir so that all the flavours get to meet each other and mingle really nice. So usually whenever I'm cooking lamb, I don't usually add any extra oil just because I feel like the meat produces enough of its own fat. Here I've just added a little bit of olive oil just because I felt like the onions were getting a little bit dry. So at this point I'm just going to add in 2 teaspoons of salt, and then I'm going to give it a good stir in loud heat for about 30 seconds just so all the flavours fuse together. So now I'm just going to add in the lamb chops. You're going to need a little bit of arm muscle because we're going to have to stir in all the things that we've made so far into the meat so that all the flavour of the onion, the spice, the chili, the garlic all infuse into the meat. So yeah, this is going to need a little bit of muscle, so bear with it. We're also going to need some black pepper, so just sprinkle it all over. 1 teaspoon should be enough, and mix it right into the meat and to the rest of the mixture, like so. So when you're stirring in your mixture, just make sure you topple everything upside down all over so all the flavours from underneath go on top and from top goes to the bottom. So at this point just put your lid on and let it cook for about 20 minutes. The lid will help the meat keep its moisture and to retain all its flavour. So at this point I've taken off the lid, and you can see the natural juices have come out of the lamb and the flavours have really infused with the texture of the lamb chop, and the onions and everything have softened beautifully. So at this point what I like to do is give it a good stir again and add in all my spices. Here I've just threw in my chili powder, and now I'm going to add my curry powder and turmeric powder together and then give it a good mix with your wooden spoon. When you're stirring in all your mixture together, just make sure it's on loud heat, taking care that you don't burn your curry, of course. The loud heat will just make sure the flavours strongly infuse into your lamb. Now we're just going to put a lid on our curry and let it cook for about an hour. While we're waiting, let's get started on our lentil soup. So we're going to firstly need 1 cup of lentils, and we're going to wash it, give it a good rinse with water under your tap, like so. And a good tip of washing your lentils is fill up the utensil that you're cooking it in with water, and then remove the water, and then repeat this step a couple of times, and this makes sure that your lentils are well clean. And you can now see that the water is nice and clear and there's no cloudiness. That's when you know it's clean. So we're just going to fill up our utensil with water right to the top, and this is just going to be the base of the soup. So now put your lentil soup on the stove, and you're going to need half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. So just add it in and give it a good stir. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of table salt to the mixture, like so. After 10 minutes, just add in fresh tomatoes into your lentil soup. So depending on how much you like tomatoes, you can add about half to 1 tomato. So once your lentil soup has come to boil, just use this potato smasher and press it down. This will just give it a more smooth consistency. So now we're going to get into a hot garnish. So in a hot pan, just add in 2 tablespoons of oil, and I'm just using vegetable oil. You can use olive oil, whatever you fancy. Then add in some chopped garlic into the oil, and we're also going to add some red chilies and let it cook in the oil until it becomes nice and hot. When your garnish starts to brown off, just add it into your lentil soup and add in the hot oil right on top, and this will just give your lentil soup a beautiful flavor. Be sure that you don't burn yourself, because when the hot oil meets your lentil soup, you might splurt out. And that's our lentil soup done. So the lamb chop curry has been cooking for an hour, and you can see the beautiful gravy that's come out of the lamb. So what we're going to do is just to add a little bit more gravy. We're just going to add like about 1 cup of water, and this is just to form a nice curry base. So here I'm just adding a tomato. I really like putting tomatoes in my curry, so I've actually added another one. And if you don't like tomatoes, then you don't have to add it in, but I feel like the tomato really brings out the curry, the color and the flavor. The last 20 minutes of your cooking time, just add in your potatoes, because potatoes only takes 20 minutes to cook, and mix it right in. Make sure you put it right into the lamb curry. We're going to fill our utensil with water up to the top. So here I've added about 2 cups of water, and now we're just going to let the lamb chops and the potatoes sit for about 20 minutes. So this is what the finished meal looks like. I'm just adding in some final touches. My sister made a tomato salsa, and I'm just going to add that in. So there's the lamb chops, the rice, the lentil soup, and I've just put some chilies on top just because I thought it looked nice. And so yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, then please feel free to comment below. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum sisters, bye.